Welcome. Thank you for being here as always. Today we are reading Fourth Wing, and I'm giving you my unhinged, natural, real reactions. Spoiler alert, because this will be a spoiler video. This is the first ever spoiler video that I have done. I really, as a reader, I don't like spoilers, so that is why I have never done them in videos. But I feel like this book, Fourth Wing, has been read by literally everyone and their mother at this point, and I am one of the very few that has yet to dip my toe in the waters of Fourth Wing. So I feel like because of that, it's okay to do a spoiler video. I also have always wanted to do this. I've always just wanted to share my complete reaction to a book and tell you every little detail about what I think and what's going on and where I think the story is going to go and all of that type of stuff. So I think this is going to be a really fun video, at least for me. Hopefully it'll be fun for you as well. If you have read Fourth Wing, I'm sure that's probably why you're here. Maybe you're getting ready for the new release of the next book in the series. Today is January 5th, so I am hoping to read Fourth Wing and finish and have this video out before the next book releases, which is January 20-something. It's the end of January. So I've got a good couple weeks here to read and finish this book and talk to you about it. I think it could definitely be done. I do not have the physical copy. I am going to be reading it on my Kindle. I did end up just getting this on Kindle a while ago. I've had it just sitting on my Kindle and never read it. So very, very excited and nervous because this is one of those that everyone has read and everyone has pretty much loved. I don't think I've really heard too much negativity towards Fourth Wing. I have heard negativity toward the second book. I have heard like it's not even worth reading, so that kind of makes me annoyed, but I'll probably end up reading it if I like Fourth Wing. So anyway, it is a thick one though. I wish I could show you the size of it. I wish I could hold up the book so you could see it, but it is a thick book and it will probably take me a good little while to read. Also, like, I feel like as a reader personally, I have to really be in the mood to want to read fantasy, and I don't really know if I'm in that mood right now. I don't really know what kind of mood I'm in, but I'm gonna just be in that mood. My plan is to read the first 50 pages. I am about to go work out on the treadmill and do my Walk Mordor challenge for the day. You can go check that out. It's a little video series that I am doing to kind of challenge myself to get out there and move my body and exercise more. Anyway, I'm about to go do that, and so I'm gonna take my Kindle with me and read on the treadmill while I walk and do my little workout for today. And hopefully I'll get to 50 pages by the time I'm done walking, and then I'll come and update you whenever I get done with that and just give you my unhinged thoughts on it. If you're excited and you're ready to jump into Fourth Wing with me, and you've already read it and you already know what's gonna happen, so you can just watch me react to it, I think this is gonna be really fun. So let's go get to reading because I can't wait anymore. And we're off. All right, so I'm gonna work out for like 30 minutes on the treadmill, walking where I'm reading, and I'll let you know what page number I get to by the time I'm done. And also give you my thoughts by the time I'm done. So I just did my workout and I read the chapter 2, which is page 39, and I really just want to talk about the book because I'm loving it so far. It's crazy. When I first started it, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, this is kind of slow, this is a little boring, I don't know, there's a lot of names, there's a lot of names I can't pronounce. But then as I got into it, like, completely sucked in, and I don't even want to talk to you right now because all I want to do is read this. So I'm going to continue reading this after I'm finishing talking here. I'm not just going to set it down, which was my original plan, because I have other things to do today, but I'm going to need to keep reading until Violet is across the bridge that they have to cross. So, lot to unpack here already. I already love Violet, and I love her name, I love her hair, I love that she's small and that she loves books and that she was supposed to be a scribe. I love that her mom's forcing her to be a dragon rider, which is scary as all scary, and her sister is amazing, and we have this guy that I can't pronounce his name, which I need to look up how to say it, but this guy that her sister warned her against, it starts with an X. She made a friend and she traded boots with her friend already, like one boot, so they each have a boot that's got grip, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, is she even gonna make it across the bridge? I guess obviously she's gonna make it across the bridge, because like, what is this book about? It's not gonna be about her sister. We know it's gonna be about her, so oi, how is she gonna make it across the bridge? Her one friend that she already made that had a ring for his fiance, and he was so romantic and sweet, he already just fell off the bridge. And it's just become Violet's turn, and they just said, are you ready? Like, go. And I set the book down there because we were at chapter 2. So, yeah. Intense. I don't even know what to say, and I cannot wait to start hearing about the dragons, because I feel like that's gonna be so cool. And already, like, I love that the dragons give their rider a mark. I think that's really cool. I want to know more about this rebellion. What happened with all this? Why did they get a mark? Like, who were they rebelling against? And all the things. Like, tell me all the things. So, oi! Violet has made it across the bridge without falling. There was a guy that was trying to push her off the bridge, and basically she took out her dagger and she was like ready. She like stabbed it into his pants at one point to like hold him in place, and they gave her the option, like, you can either, you know, be done with him now, or he gets to come in and then you guys can't like kind of go after each other unless you're in sparring with each other. So she made the decision to, like, you know, make her point with him and pretty much show him that she's not weak. And then she was just like, okay, you can come in, I'm good. And then her childhood friend Dane, who has known her forever, he saw that she was in there, and he was like fully thinking she was going to be a scribe, and obviously she's not a scribe, so he's very worried about her, and he brings her into his wing. So he's second wing, and she injured her knee on the bridge, so he brings her like to his quarters to try to like fix up her knee and wrap it with a bandage or whatever. And that's like really frowned upon, so they have to like kind of sneak around. But they also don't want anyone to know that they already know each other, because it could be seen as a weakness, and obviously they care about each other, so people could use their relationship against each other, or they could also wrongfully assume that it's a romantic relationship, which it is not. So they fix up her knee. She's in his wing now. She made a friend, Rhiannon. I hope I'm saying that right. And she's also in second wing with her, because Dane put her, like, them both in his wing. Then they find out that Xaden, the guy with the name with the X, he wants to destroy her and seek revenge because his mother destroyed his parents. And yeah, I can't say the other word, the unalive word on YouTube, so that's why I'm using destroy. And so he transfers them to fourth wing, which is his wing, and instantly Violet knows it's because he wants revenge on her. So she's like, great, now I have to like really watch my back because I'm in his wing. And then some other things happen, like some military stuff, where she just turns out to be really smart, and she figures out like a key thing that's going on with this battle that's happening, and it just shows that can think really fast on her feet, and she has a lot of facts and knowledge and things like that. So that's really good for her, and she looked really good to like the superior leaders that were there that day. And after that, it's sparring time. Yay! So she's gonna go in and have to spar with someone, and it's really scary. And the person also wants revenge on her, because she was also part of that thing that like her mom destroyed their parents, and so now they want revenge on her, which of course, like, and they know that basically that she's the one to take revenge on, because they instantly know, because her hair is partially white, and that just is like a dead giveaway. She could cut her hair, but she just is deciding not to, because that's like the one thing she has left that's like doing really well for her body, because her body like isn't the healthiest. Anyway, she's going into sparring now, and this girl wants to take her out, and she dislocates and breaks her shoulder. And Violet didn't tap out. She like basically passed out, and they had to take her to the infirmary, and she's getting healed by this healer that has been healing her forever, and they like know her really well. And it's apparently very, very painful. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. And I'm just on the edge of my seat through this whole book. And it's a little bit stressful, but good in a weird way. And I can't really wait to see what's gonna happen. I'm also kind of scared to see what's gonna happen. So I'll get back to you with more updates. But for now, I'm gonna have to go back and read. And I'm not really sure how I'm feeling, other than just kind of stressed out. Definitely entertained and stressed out, I would say. It's not to say I don't like it, but it's a doozy. So I'm gonna go back to reading. I'm gonna take you with me, and I'll give you some more updates as I go. I have a confession to make. I finished the book. That is all the updates you're gonna get from me mid-reading, because I could not hold myself back. I just flew through this within 2 days. It is currently January 22nd. So I know this video is gonna come out a couple days after that. The book Onyx Storm, which is book 3 in the Fourth Wing series, just came out yesterday on January the 21st. So everyone's freaking out, and I've been seeing everyone posting, they're reading it, and it's amazing, and this and the other thing. Well, I'm just over here on cloud 9 because I have just finished the first book, Fourth Wing. Guys, okay. I decided to keep this video from being an hour long. I'm gonna quickly give you a recap as fast as I can while still keeping as many details as I can, because it was just so amazing. This book made me cry. This book made me so happy, and absolutely a 5-star read. I will absolutely be reading Iron Flame next, and I'm scared to read it because we were left on kind of a very big reveal. Halfway a cliffhanger, and I just cannot deal with where we've been left because I just need to know. There's so many things I need to know. So I'm gonna try to start from where I left off. So after what happened with Violet, where she was sparring and she broke her bones, literally, she ended up getting healed and she's fixed. We're back with her now. She found a notebook from her older brother, who is no longer with us. He didn't make it through a battle that he was fighting. And she's got his notebook that she just came across. And so she's reading tons of tips and tricks. And she gets this idea to poison her opponents instead of having to fight them at like their, best. She's now gonna fight them at their worst, and it's gonna really help her out. And so she is doing that. She has cooking duty for that reason. She's sprinkling the poison over their food every morning. And she's not doing it in a way where, she's gonna unalive them. She's just doing it in a way where she's weakening them so that she is able to fight them and be able to climb the ranks, which is exactly what she does. Her friend Dane is so worried about her. It's a very push and pull relationship with them all the time. Her friend Rhiannon is just the best. I love her, and she helps Violet train. And then after all of that, they get to go and they get to walk past the dragons. They have to walk in a straight line past the dragons. And hopefully they don't get incinerated, because the dragons just will randomly decide to incinerate people if they find them to be unworthy. So a handful of people did get incinerated. Violet ends up being okay. She does have a dragon come up and sniff her because she is wearing that dragon scale vest that her sister made her. Her sister got dragon scales from her own dragon, had a friend with shrinking powers, and shrunk them down and put them in a vest for Violet. And this vest has saved Violet's life multiple times because people tried to sneak attack and kill her in her sleep. And they hit her with a sword in the side, and it didn't actually puncture her body because she had this vest on, so it saved her life. Anyway, needless to say, does all that, and that had me just, my heart was like palpitating when the dragon was sniffing her, because I didn't know if it was going to incinerate her. I didn't know if it was going to just bite her. I just didn't know what was going to happen. It was just curious, and it just wanted to sniff her. So after all of that, they have to go to the dragon choosing like initiation thing, where the dragons just end up choosing them, and they feel it and they know which dragon is theirs. So they go to it, and there's this little gold dragon and this dude Jack that was trying to push her off of the bridge whenever they were like first in school. He is trying to go after the gold dragon because he doesn't feel like it should be alive, which is very frustrating. So he gets a group of guys together and goes after the gold dragon. And Violet, sees that this is happening, and she's like, I have to protect that dragon because nobody else is going to. Everyone's paying attention to the other dragons and who they're going to choose and that type of thing. So she goes up against 3 people by herself to protect this dragon, and it is just insane. Xaden ends up watching from the forest, and he sees this whole thing happening, and he was like about ready to step in and protect her, even though it is against the rules. He ends up not doing that because Violet kind of holds her own. Jack ends up running away, and because she sliced him with her dagger. The other 2 guys, she could have unalived them, but she decided not to because she is sweet by nature. And then this giant black dragon that is like super rare and wasn't even like supposed to be choosing a person this year, he flies down and he ends up choosing Violet of all people. Like, you have got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so after that, she has a really hard time trying to ride him, pretty much like hold her seat with him, because he's doing all these crazy twists and turns and stuff, and she's really little and she just has a really hard time overall. But then she finds out it's not just him that chose her, it's the little gold dragon chose her as well. So she has 2 dragons, not 1, which has like literally never happened. So go Violet, go our girl. Violet has to go and train to do dragon riding, pretty much. They give her rider relic, and I think that's what it's called, and it's a big black dragon, and it's from one shoulder to the other shoulder, and in the middle of the dragon is a little gold dragon, and it is the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna go fast now because like there's a lot that happens, and if I break down every little thing, like we're gonna be here all day. So she ends up falling in love with Xaden. Big surprise there. And Dane kisses her before that, and she rejects him because she doesn't feel that way about him. He's also really annoying. He gets on my nerves through the whole book. Like, he's pretty much just trying to protect her, but he's also telling her what to do at the same time. And then when she gets and ends up being with Xaden, he like loses it and just like cannot handle it. And he's not really doing things where he's acting like a friend anymore, and he was really pissing me off. So anyway, they have this whole relationship. Xaden controls shadows. He has a nickname for her. He calls her Violence. Best nickname of all time, I swear. She ends up finally she channels electricity, and also her gold dragon can stop time for only a very short while. They find out the gold dragon is a baby, and it's not really supposed to be like out in the world, so they have to be like extra protective of her, and they also have to not tell anyone, because if they told anyone, they would like take her and do testing on her and stuff, and they don't want that to happen. So it's a big secret between Violet and Xaden, and Xaden tells her, like, basically, don't fall in love with me, and she does anyway. Big surprise, but we love it. They go off into this thing called War Games, and they get sabotaged, and they have all this crazy stuff happen. They have these evil, like, beings that come after them on 2-legged dragons, and they're very, very, very hard to take out. And Violet has to use her electricity, even though she like barely can control it, and it drains her. And she teams up with Xaden, and she's with their friend Liam, and there's like this whole everything happens, and they deal with all of that. And Violet nearly doesn't make it, but she ends up being okay. And there were quite a few people that did not make it. We get left where Violet wakes up from like a 3-day sleep or something, and she finds out that her brother is really alive, and they have built this whole secret city. And yeah, that's where we get left. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. There's so much more to this book like that. I just like really quickly went like rapid fire at you there for a minute, but I loved it. I can totally see the hype. I am so glad I have finally read this book, because I feel like I finally like know what everyone else is talking about now, and it deserves all of the hype that it gets and then some. I actually went and ordered a hoodie for this book after I finished it, because I loved it so much, and I saw this hoodie and I was just like, I need to have it. So I'll pop that on the screen for you, but it's not here yet, or I'd be wearing it right now. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope it wasn't horrible because it was a spoiler, but like I totally told you it was a spoiler ahead of time, so I'm sure you're only here if you've read Fourth Wing. which narrows down about nobody because everyone's read Fourth Wing. So anyway, if you would like to see some more content from me, I post all the time on my channel, and I would love for you to go check some of that out. I post a weekly video here, and that's every single Friday, so make sure you check back for that. I also post on my Instagram all the time, and I would love to talk to you, interact with you over there because I love Instagram. And please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you thought of Fourth Wing. Tell me if you have read the others yet. Tell me if I should read them. Tell me if you'd like to see a video of me reading them. I don't have to do spoilers on those ones, and I might not because I know not everyone has read those. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. If you'd like to see a different type of video altogether, let me know what you're thinking of that, because I have had some people requesting videos and I have made them and it was really fun. So I would love to do that. I think that's all I got for you today though. So come back soon for another video, and thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.